Stephen Pressfield wrote The War of Art for me. He undoubtedly wrote it for you too, but I know he did it expressly for me because I hold Olympic records for procrastination. I can procrastinate thinking about my procrastination problem. I can procrastinate dealing with my problem of procrastinating thinking about my procrastination problem. That was a few sentences from the foreword in Stephen Pressfield's book, The War of Art, not to be confused with The Art of War. And if that sounds all too familiar, then this video and that book might be right for you. Hi, I'm Allison, author, yoga instructor, and creative warrior, and today we're going to be diving into Stephen Pressfield's book, The War of Art. We're going to do a quick dive and see what Pressfield has to say about resistance, which could probably also be another word for procrastination. This book is definitely a great kick in the pants when you're feeling stuck. So I wanted to share with you some of the quotes that made me go all Joey Lawrence and say, whoa. Yeah, I think I just dated myself there. If you like what you hear and want to check out the book, the link is in the comments. So here we go. It's not the writing part that's hard. What's hard is sitting down to write. Holy cow. I mean, that's one of the first lines in the book, and it made me just, because so true. Once I'm writing, I'm good, but it's actually getting my butt into the chair or in front of the computer that I have a really hard time with. Most of us have two lives, the life we live and the unlived life within us. Between the two stands resistance. Resistance is the most toxic force on the planet. I 100% relate to this and believe this. In the book, he hints that the cause of many addictions, from phone addiction to alcohol to drugs to sex, is caused by spending time trying to find things to do rather than doing the thing your soul is called to do. He goes on to suggest that if everyone in the world just did the thing that they were resisting, the thing they were called to do, then we could eliminate mental illness, sickness, disease, obesity, and save the world from crime, put alcohol and pharmaceutical businesses out of business, tumors, road rage, and dandruff. Not sure about that last one, but okay. Now that's a lot to take in, but if you really think about it, it's not that far-fetched. If you were doing the thing that you loved every single day, how much better would you feel? How much less stress would you feel? How much lighter would your body feel? And when we're less stressed and our bodies feel lighter and there's less stress on our bodies and our systems, we get sick less. I'm not a doctor. I'm not gonna say that doing the thing we love will cure all disease, but I'm not gonna say it won't. I'm just saying Pressfield is onto something. Resistance will bury you. A little ominous. And on his list of activities that are commonly blocked by resistance, number 1 is writing, or creative pursuits in general. So that's great. But basically, he said, it's any act that rejects immediate gratification in favor of long-term growth, health, or integrity. An act that derives from our higher nature rather than our lower nature. And here's how I interpret that. Scrolling through social media, lower nature. Writing that memoir, higher nature. Binging Netflix, lower nature. Spending time painting or working on our art? Higher nature. This is a good life lesson, but also applies to art and the pursuit of it. You're not going to get immediate gratification when something is hard. That novel is going to take a long time to write. That painting is going to take a long time to complete, and that's okay. If we all spent more time doing things that didn't give us that immediate gratification, the world might be a little bit of a better place. Resistance cannot be seen, touched, heard, or smelled. But it can be felt. You're probably feeling it right now. It's probably why you're watching this video instead of doing the thing that your soul is called to do. Unless your soul is called to watch this video, in which case, aw, thank you. Resistance often seems to come from outside. We blame external forces like our spouses, our kids, our bosses, our chores, our life. But, as Pressfield says, it is self-generated and self-perpetuated. Resistance is the enemy within. Well, great. But here's some better news. Resistance is always lying and always full of shit. Resistance is probably behind imposter syndrome, which I have a video about. You can grab it from the comments. So what are some things that resistance tells you? Let me know below so that we can all tell it it's lying and then get on with creating. The more important a call or action is to our soul's evolution, the more resistance we feel toward pursuing it. Ugh, I felt this hard recently when I realized I wasn't writing anymore. And I was convinced that I needed to spend all of my time building this channel, posting on social media, doing marketing type of things in order to find any success. Then I reread this line and I realized that my writing must be really important to my soul's evolution and to who I am as a person, because I was resisting it hard. Update, I have started writing more and going back to some of the projects that I abandoned, and I even started a new one. The warrior and the artist live by the same code of necessity, which dictates that the battle must be fought anew every single day. So you're not going to overcome resistance and then be done with it. You're not going to fight procrastination and then never deal with it again. Wish that were true, but it's just not. So it's a good thing I created a brand called Creative Warrior that helps you fight for your creativity by giving you the tools you need to do just that. The danger is greatest when the finish line is in sight. Be wary at the end. And not only do you have to fight these feelings every single day, but they're only going to get stronger as you near the end of a project. So things aren't going to get easier the more you fight them. Apparently, they're only going to get harder. So make sure you have the right tools handy in order to fight these feelings and keep creating. And you can get those right here on this channel. This very moment, we can change our lives. There was never a moment, and there never will be a moment, when we are without the power to alter our destiny. You're my density. I love this quote and feel like it kind of sums everything up, even though he has a lot to say on resistance. You have the power right now to do the thing you've been avoiding. the thing you are called to do. Like write that novel or short story. Like paint that painting, write that poem, like write that song. You can turn off this video right now and use one of my writing sprints to dedicate 30 minutes, which is not very long, to your writing today. Oh, first, like this video and make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Then go alter your destiny and fight for your creativity. Oh.